Now senior political commentator Scott Jennings and Democratic strategist Chuck Rocha. Thank you both for being here. Nice hat, Chuck. Love it. All right, we're going to begin at the beginning. The racist jokes did not stop at calling Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage. Here's some of what the comedian who was at the Trump rally, not at a comedy show, said.
In Texas, stuff is really crazy. We're right there by a wide open border. Where are my proud Latinos at tonight? You guys see what I mean? It's wide open. There's so many of them. And these Latinos, they love making babies too. Just know that. They do. They do. There's no pulling out. They don't do that. They come inside, just like they did to our country.
Scott, why would the campaign invite this guy, who is known for racist jokes in the past, to speak?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a stupid idea and really dumb. I mean, there's no other way to characterize it. I was glad to see that even before Trump made the stage last night, the campaign had a statement out distancing themselves from this. It was a really dumb idea. And it distracts from what Trump's overall closing message has been, which if you look at what he's saying and you look at his paid ads, which they released on Sunday, it's really mostly about the economy and about immigration and about how we can have a more optimistic future in America. So it's a situation where the campaign obviously had a plan to turn the message towards the two issues that work and to a sunnier future. And this comedian that I've never heard of until yesterday showed up and caused them trouble. So really dumb.
But Scott and Chuck, it wasn't just this comedian. You had many other things said there where the businessman Grant Cardone likened Harris to a prostitute, saying she has pimp handlers, and another speaker called her the devil, another speaker called her the Antichrist. Trump also said the other side is smart and vicious. They are indeed the enemy from within. Chuck, is this message going to shift anyone's idea about who they are going to vote for in your mind?
Look, I've been doing this a long time, and normally everybody says everything's all baked in. You know what you get. Oh, Chuck, you Democrats can't take a joke. I think last night could have cost him this election, and let me tell you why. I've been doing this for 35 years. I'm not paid to be pretty on TV. I'm paid to win elections, and what that meant last night was Puerto Ricans are a very prideful people. There's 600,000 of them in Pennsylvania. Will this mean that all of them run to Kamala Harris? No, but I'll tell you what. Last night there was a group of Latinos that got together and said enough is enough, and this morning as Puerto Ricans are waking up in Pennsylvania, this video is on their cell phone because Democratic operatives, including me, Nuestro PAC, and a bunch of other folks said, enough with it being baked in. Let's remind people about how they really feel about our community. And when you have that many Puerto Ricans, not only in Pennsylvania, but in 4 marginal congressional districts in New York, I think this could really hurt him.
We just had Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who was Puerto Rican herself. Here's what she said to Kate a few minutes ago about what she heard on that stage last night in the Trump rally.
These campaign events are put together. They are vetted. That language was vetted by the Trump campaign. That person was approved by the Trump campaign because he is speaking on behalf of the Trump campaign.
Those are her comments. Scott, yours?
Yeah, well, my comments are, A, she doesn't know what she's talking about. In fact, I actually had some communication with the Trump campaign manager this morning, and he used the word freelance. So they had this comedian come up there, and he freelance. They didn't vet this. They didn't approve this. They didn't tell him to go out there and do this. So that's just simply not correct. And
they didn't
as I
vet
said,
a
I think the
speaker?
Trump campaign was
Wait.
smart to put out a.
They didn't vet any
Well,
of the people
I was told they didn't. He went up there and freelanced these remarks, meaning no, they didn't go up there and say, here's your pre-approved remarks. So she's saying that the Trump campaign somehow sent him up there with this script, and that is simply not accurate in my opinion, based on what I've heard today. And the Trump campaign has already denounced what he did, so which I think was the correct thing to do.
Yeah, they didn't denounce the joke, not the other things that were said at the campaign. Chuck, I am curious because you mentioned the number of Puerto Ricans that exist in Pennsylvania and elsewhere. Bad Bunny, he's got 45 million social media followers. J-Lo, Ricky Martin, all Puerto Ricans. Do you think that the support from these folks will have any impact, or is it just the negativity that people are hearing that you think will have the impact?
Again, I don't want to be over dramatic because normally on TV I'll tell you that endorsements don't matter, and normally they do not. But again, Puerto Rican folks, y'all are in New York right now. Y'all are all smiling because you know, because you've been to a Puerto Rican parade. You want to meet some prideful people, talk to some Puerto Ricans, and then if you dare, say something even a little bit negative about Bad Bunny, and they will come out of the top rafters after you, because Bad Bunny is a god to Puerto Ricans, and even the Mexican rednecks like me. They love him, and they should. He's even had billboards up in Puerto Rico taking on his own government. That's why I think this is different, and I don't think it moves everybody. So calm down, Scott. I ain't saying the whole thing is over. I'm just saying that it can have some impact, and when it shows up in social media feeds this morning of folks who aren't normally politically active, I think that matters.
Yeah, we've seen the numbers of Latinos drifting towards Donald Trump more than they did in 2016. We will have to see what happens in 2024, because we only have to wait 8 days to start seeing what's going on. Scott Jennings, Chuck Rocha, thank you both so much. Appreciate you both. All right.
So now let's go back and just see, because this just wasn't one comedian. Let's just go back and see just a little snippet of this.
Square Garden. That is what Donald Trump made of Madison Square Garden in New York City this weekend. The former president turning the world's most famous arena into a stage where he and his supporters promoted dark and racist commentary to a huge crowd. Now Donald Trump's campaign and other Republicans are trying to clean up after comments like this.
There's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico.
She is some sick that Hillary Clinton, huh? What a sick son of a. The whole party, a bunch of degenerates.
Kamala Harris, she got 85 million votes because she's just so impressive. As the first Samoan, Malaysian, low IQ, former California prosecutor, she is the devil, whoever screamed that out. She is the Antichrist.
Her and her pimp handlers will destroy our country. We need to slaughter this other people.
We're a big, powerful party, and they're losing it. We're going to fire Kamala, and we're going to save America.
So you be the judge. Sure didn't seem like one comedian that was supposedly not unvetted or not vetted. There seemed to be a whole lot of rhetoric and black humor going on there, and dark stuff.